Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D about to react to this impressive vid. It's titled Kelis accused of shading Beyonce, and Halle Berry reacts to her ex David Justice trashing her as a wife. Oop. This is not how you spell this woman's name, though. But sure, let's see what's going on with these people. Let's watch. Miss Berry.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive channel. Before I get into this video,
I'm no longer delivering the line anymore. Y'all know the line. I'm no longer saying it ever again because people are fucking idiots. And every time I do an ad with a brand, people in the comments want to be like, I ain't watching, I'm about to skip it like you be doing. Ha ha ha, I'm about to skip this ad. You moron. and people are leaving comments like this, but then saying they support me. You don't support me. You don't support me. You a hater. You praying on my downfall, because how that look if your bum ass comment is saying that, oh, I'm not about to watch this ad, I'm about to skip it, and the brand sees it. They're gonna be like, oh, we're not about to work with her again. Like, her own audience don't even support her like that. They're not watching her ads, so why would we work with her again? So you trying to ruin my bag. You will never know prosperity and success being that big of a hater. You bum ass hater. But I blocked every one of you bitches who did that. And going forward, all I'm going to do is filter out the comments on the videos that have brand deals attached to them. So that I have to approve every single comment. So your bum ass, hater ass comment won't even get through, because I'm going to block you off top. What a fucking lame ass hater. Oh, that pissed me off. And then some people are like, oh yeah, I support you, girl, but haha, I'm not about to watch this, I'm about to skip it. Just skip it. Why is your dusty, stupid ass saying you gonna skip it? Because you want the brand to see. Just don't watch the shit. I don't give a fuck. I already got paid. Don't watch the ad. Nobody cares. But why are you announcing that you're not watching the ad and you about to skip it? You are a bum, will forever be a dirty ass bum in your mama basement, your dirty drawers on her Wi-Fi, because you was a hater. And life will never reward you for being a hater and hating on other people's success.
In Kenya right now, and she posted a video of herself.
Oh, I hate
and
people.
Somebody said, now this is who should have represented the Levi brand. And she responded and tagged Levi's and said, get it together. Now, when she made this post, a lot of people felt like she was throwing shade at Beyonce.
She is.
Because Beyonce has a deal with Levi. So I guess they felt like Kelis was saying, well, she should have had a deal with Levi because she looks good in her jeans.
I mean, she does. She looks great.
Honestly, I didn't see it that way. I think Kelis was responding to a compliment. But the Neighborhood Talk did post this on their...
This person says, now this is who should have represented the Levi brand. So they're basically saying they should have picked her instead of Beyonce. It says, now this is who should have represented the Levi brand. They're clearly saying that Kelis is better suited. So she's agreeing with that and trying to tag them. She being shady. She got to let this hate go. Didn't she have like some beef with Beyonce? I remember reacting to a video a long time ago about that. But it's like, girl, move on with your life. Let it go. Like, Jesus Christ.
Page, and some people felt like she actually was throwing shade at Beyonce.
She is.
Now, I can understand why they would feel like it was shade, because Kelis...
If he would have just said, oh, hey, Levi's, that y'all need to work with her too, or y'all need to... work. No, you don't have to even say two. Just be like, Levi's, y'all should work with her, or you should work with them. You represent their jeans well. That's one thing. But he clearly worded it as if saying that she should have represented them instead of Beyonce. Not also with Beyonce. Not with her, obviously, together. But yeah, he's basically saying that Kelis should have took her place. So anybody who has a good understanding of the English language will understand what that means, okay? Just basic English comprehension. So it's not even a debate. Like, she clearly is trying to shade Beyonce.
Did call out Beyonce before, so people know that there's a history there. They know that she's not too fond of Beyonce ever since Beyonce sampled or interpolated her song Milkshake for her album Renaissance. And Kelis had no idea that her song was going to be used on the album. In fact, the producer of the song, Pharrell, was the one who approved of the sample, and he didn't tell Kelis. And Kelis does have a long-standing feud with Pharrell, because at one point she was signed to Pharrell and the Neptunes, and she claims that she was never paid for her contributions, not even her vocal work. And she felt a way that Beyonce sampled her without at least giving her the heads up first. So she was really upset by that.
So we got Pharrell, who did a video,
I
think last year, talking about artists' rights and how people should be able to rework their deals and artists should be getting credit for what they've done and all this stuff. Where in reality, when I was signed to him, I had the same manager that he had, and he has writing credits on my records, okay? All my singles, coincidentally. And he never wrote a song, like, lyric a day in his life, okay? And so, yeah, that's a problem. And then I saw one of my fan pages, and someone was like, oh, this is a collaboration. Collaboration between B and Kelis. No, it's not collaboration. It's called thievery, because the collaboration, the definition of collaboration, means that we are working together. There's no working together if you are not even checking to see if everything's cool. That's the problem, okay? I would never do that to another artist. For real. I never have, I never would. Why? Because what's the point? If I like it so much, why wouldn't I just be like, yo, I really like it. Can I use it? What's it? Like, whatever. That doesn't happen, right?
So that's just a brief overview of what that whole situation was about. Honestly, I feel like Kelis's real issue is with Pharrell, not Beyonce.
Hello.
But people still remember when she called Beyonce out. And so fast forward to now, when they see her make a comment about that Levi's ad, they automatically are assuming that she might have been throwing shade at Beyonce.
And then you will never know success and prosperity being a fucking hater on another person. Be happy for what they got going on, or just don't comment at all. Why you up here saying little slick shit like, yeah, tagging Levi's? Yep, I should have been the one to represent it instead of Beyonce. Girl, go to hell.
Beyonce is associated with Levi, so that's how some people feel. But honestly, I don't think it's that serious. I think people are making this situation.
I mean, none of this is serious. Let's be clear. I hate when y'all are so lame. People who we discussing the stupid shit. So if we're gonna discuss the stupid shit, let's discuss. All right, let's get to it and discuss. But when you try to, this ain't that serious. None of this stupid shit that we talk about is that serious. All this pop culture bullshit is dumb. If you want to really get technical, but if we discussing it, let's discuss. But I feel like people want to throw that in when they ain't got a good rebuttal. It's like, oh, okay, it ain't that serious now because you ain't got nothing to say.
Into something bigger than
you don't have a good response.
Now, I want to move on and talk about Halle Berry. Halle Berry seemingly responded to her ex-husband David Justice's interview about her. For those who don't know, Halle Berry was married to the baseball player David Justice for 4 years. And he actually talked about their marriage on the podcast All the Smoke. And he was being a little chatty patty. I will say that. He said that Halle proposed to him. He said that she didn't cook or clean and she wasn't motherly. He said a lot of different things.
Why would the Halle Berry cook and clean? This woman is booked and busy. You were married to her. Clearly, she was in her prime, okay? Listen, Halle was a hot commodity. I was just singing a song that she was a reference on. And she's been referenced in many songs, okay? Halle was that girl. So she was definitely booked and busy. She had shit to do. Why would she be at home cleaning and cooking for your crusty ass when she could pay people to do that? That don't make sense. Like, you just saying anything. I hate people like this.
And he was being a little chatty patty. I will say that. He said that Halle proposed
cook and
to
clean.
him. He said,
you can get a chef who gonna cook way better food. Let's be clear. Like, why would you? Whatever.
That she didn't cook or clean and she wasn't motherly. He said a lot of different things.
And then let's see what he goes.
That followed up. I met Halle in May of 1992. So you talking about that we got married January 1st, 1993. It really wasn't a lot of negative attention until I decided to leave her in 1996. You know, I remember Halle's.
No, this can't be her real baby. Ain't no fucking way. This is losing Isaiah. Nah, this is not that kid. And this wouldn't make sense. He would come anyway. I mean, genes are funny. You never know. Anyway. No, I'm pretty sure this is like at a movie premiere or something. But yeah, I remember that little baby on that movie. She was a crackhead.
And you know, hey, she asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months. And,
oh wait, what? I need to
know, hey, she asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months.
Oh,
and
Holly girl.
I mean, I said okay, but because I couldn't say no.
I mean, yeah, who's gonna say no at that time?
You know,
you couldn't.
I said okay.
Okay.
But I don't know if my heart was really into it.
Well, you shouldn't have said yes, bum.
Make her feel bad to say no.
He's not a bum, clearly he was a baseball player. But that's a bum ass excuse though. That's so lame. I couldn't say you're a grown ass man. You don't have to marry nobody.
And then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, you know, is this the woman I want to have kids with or a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we started. Okay,
now I got the context. I can talk shit. So that's wild to say. Like, he's trying to basically imply that to cook and to clean is to be motherly. A woman can definitely be motherly without cooking and cleaning. That has nothing to do with being a good mother. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Having issues.
I'm glad she got out.
Over, right? Now it's just David and Halle. And when it's just David and Halle, I just realized this is not the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. And so February 1996, I told her, I can't do this no more.
I don't believe him, and the fact that he run his mouth like this, don't trust him. Okay, niggas who are chatty patties, they be lying. All right, they already on some bitch shit. 'Cause I feel like that's some bitch made shit for you to be up here discussing and talking. You're not even discussing the situation, like you basically talking shit. She wasn't motherless, she wasn't cooking and cleaning, like you talking shit. And this many years later, like you want some bitch shit. First of all, and I would not trust what he's saying. Because, yeah, he is running his mouth. I'm about to say something else.
We don't have any kids. You said...
Oh, so I don't believe him. Because the niggas who be bitches, okay, and running their mouth, they be the main ones lying about, oh, I left her and I went... Nigga, you was on my phone begging and crying and snotting and trying to be with me. What are you talking about? But you want to get to the public and I wasn't with her. I have the receipts. I'm speaking in general terms, obviously. But so these be the niggas who actually wasn't the cause of your relationship being over. All right, so I don't believe him. That was the point I was making.
You wouldn't want any money from me because really she didn't have any money.
Because also the other thing too is if you exited the relationship and you don't want no parts of it, you can wash your hands of that and be done. You don't have to speak about it or talk shit about them. For what? It's like, I know the truth. I know I left that relationship. That wasn't for me. And, I wished him well and you move on. What do you need to yap about it and run your mouth about it for? It's just like, don't trust people like that.
I was the one who bought the house in L.A. I was the one who had a house in Atlanta. I'm really putting everything. Mm-hmm. And I said, you said you don't want any money, so we don't have any kids. We should just make a clean break. And she was like, no. No. And then all of a sudden, I found out I got all these women. I found out I'm doing all this other stuff. And so what she was doing is, see, I'm just an athlete. I don't have managers. Mm-hmm. I don't have this system behind me. You see, she got managers. She got all this kind of stuff.
She got the machine.
She got the machine. Mm-hmm. So you got the machine now coming against me. Mm-hmm. The one thing that probably, I would say, hurt the most is how we had a relationship with a gentleman who hit her on the side of the head. And so she lost some hearing.
Why are you telling this woman's business?
But she never made him public. And I'm not going to make him public because I ain't going to do it like that. I know who it is. But for people to think, oh, it had to be David Justice because the only person they associated her with was me. Now she said her former boyfriend. I'm not a former boyfriend. I'm her husband. Right. That's different. Big difference. But literally, from 96 until even today, sometimes I'll see someone on social media. Well, he hit her in the head. I'm like, oh, that's just a quick Google search. Yeah. Do a quick Google search. That girl never said I hit her in the head. Mm-hmm. But one thing I didn't like is, but she let you think that. Right. She let the world think it.
Okay, never mind. It was already out there.
Come out and say, oh, no, it wasn't David. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to say who it was, but it wasn't him. No, she let the world think that it was me. And that I never appreciated with her. I thought she was dead wrong for that.
So that's some of what David Justice had to say about his marriage to Halle. And I do understand where he's coming from when he spoke about his frustration over Halle not clearing his name when it came to those abuse allegations, because Halle claimed that somebody...
I assure you nobody is talking about this in 2025. So why are you still harping on this?
Hollywood abused her, but she did not say who. So a lot of people just
let it go.
It was her ex-husband, and she never cleared that up. So that was wrong of Halle to do, but...
I don't agree. Not everybody wants to run to the media to clear everything up. People have to understand this. And I've seen other people complain about this in the past before, like people who are in relationships. Like, oh, what the public was thinking is, you didn't clear my name. That's not going to help, first off. The public is going to believe what they want to believe. She could have came out and said that. People are like, oh, he must have bopped her in the head again to make her say this. People are going to be messy. That's the whole point of this whole pop culture space. For people to be messy, talk shit, start rumors, circulate rumors. You got to ignore that shit. Halle was a veteran, okay? So she's like, the fuck? Because even though I said this was her prime, she had already been acting for a while. She's been famous all her life, pretty much. So... yeah, she probably didn't want to address that. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and feel the need to try to clear your name and, address rumors. Like, that's not what I do. So she didn't want to. So how are you trying to force that on her?
Halle did not say who it was, though, is because she couldn't. The person who put his hands on her obviously was protected. So I guess she was afraid of getting blacklisted or maybe losing out on certain awards. But her ex-boyfriend, Christopher Williams, actually did say that the guy who abused her was Wesley Snipes, allegedly.
You were talking about how you were tired of people mistakenly accusing you of beating on Halle. And you said it wasn't you that busted her income. It was Wesley Snipes.
You got to realize, when I finally did say that, it was 17 years later.
Yeah.
They've been told they can't tell the truth. And I'm thankful for Halle that she's able to be like, okay, I'm not the one they're considering for the Oscars. It's okay. It's totally fine.
That's very interesting. Now, I want to get back to what David Justice said about Halle not cooking and cleaning. Now, Halle was a busy actress. She was always traveling and doing movies. She didn't have time to cook and clean, and she didn't have kids yet, so how could you assume that she wasn't motherly? That was kind of weird for him to say. But Halle did respond to it, and she actually posted a picture of her and her man, Van Hunt, and in the caption, she said, woo, cooking, cleaning, and mothering. She also used this gift of the reality star Tiffany Pollard, ushering somebody to go left. So basically, she was sending a message to David. It's been 3 decades since they broke up. It's time for him to get over it.
30 years.
I mean, he claims he left her, but he's still talking about her.
Exactly.
Make that make sense. Halle, on the other hand, has moved on. She's in a happy, healthy relationship. She has her kids with her, so she's a mother. And also, she just seems to be at peace. So I don't know why David is bringing up old stuff, but I guess it was just something interesting for him to talk about. Anyway, tell me what you all think about it.
And that's sad. Talk about yourself. You don't have anything interesting going on with your own life. Why are you bringing this up? Messy bottom. And also, I'm tired of people throwing shots at Halle every chance they get. Like, let this woman's an icon, a legend. But I feel like every now and then people come out the woodworks and be talking shit about her. It's like, she don't seem to bother anybody. Leave this woman alone. Let it go. Okay, our relationship didn't work. Even if she was a terrible partner, whatever the fuck. That happened 30 years ago. 30 years ago? And you still got something to say? That's creepy as hell. I don't trust them. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.